Hi there, welcome to your practice. So maybe you, like me, have been doom scrolling a little bit more than you know is good for you. Um, this is that practice for when you're like, I have to have a break from what I'm doing. So you can do this one from seated. I'm going to do it from standing. When I find myself in these moments, I like to just make a change with my body. So my body's like, okay, we're doing something new. But that's up to you, okay? So wherever you are, find center. Maybe you just rock a little bit forward and back, side to side. We're going to take a few breaths here. So there's nothing you need to do or change with your breath. Eyes are open or softly closed, up to you. And these breaths are kind of like we're starting to open the door into our embodied experience. So when you're ready, we're going to start by bringing some space into the neck. So we're going to take the right ear to the right shoulder. The left shoulder is just gently softening down. Now, if you like, you could bring your left 4 fingertips to your collarbone and just let it be just a little bit of an anchor. My fingertips are just kind of barely pressing in here. And that gives me an anchor to move my head around and open up some of this connective tissue here that has a tendency to get so tight, especially when we're on the phone or the computer a lot. Okay, I could spend 10 minutes doing this, but we're going to move on. So bring the head back to center. Just taking a moment, maybe briefly noticing how you feel side to side. And now we're going to take the left ear to the left shoulder to start. So you can stay here the whole time. Or if you'd like, you can bring those right fingertips, just kind of find the notch of the collarbone. And then maybe you move your head around a little bit from that anchor point. And we'll come back to center. Last one for the neck here. We're going to gently tuck the chin towards the chest, releasing through the back of the neck, just slowly. At no time are you forcing this. And then we'll slowly untuck the chin, lengthen the spine, maybe feel a little new space. And then when you're ready, we're going to shrug the shoulders to the ears. On an exhale, let them drop. Feel something you've been carrying. Maybe let go a little bit. We're going to take this into some shoulder rolls. So you can find your own pace with this. Sometimes if I have space, I like to just add on my arms, open up across my chest a little bit more. You're ready, you can reverse, go the other direction. When you feel sort of even-ish, we'll let that go. Maybe the arms want a little shake. And you can bring hands to the hips. Maybe step your feet just a little bit wider if you're standing. And we're going to come into some hip circles. So if you're seated in a chair, this might feel more like the hips are more steady and the torso is circling. Okay, so you're just going to find what works for you. And as you go, if you find like, oh, here's a place I want to stay and bring a little bit of opening, that's welcome. And when you're ready, it never has to be when I'm ready. We're going to reverse, go the other direction. So we're just trying to work our way briefly through the whole body here to give ourselves a little break. And we're going to come back to center. If you were standing and had stepped your feet wider, step them back. And now we're going to send the hips to the left. So feet are staying where they are. Sending the hip to the left, looking for a little bit of an outer hip stretch here. Then we're going to bring the hips back to center. We're going to step the left foot a little bit more center. Pick up the right foot, cross it over, standing or seated. Now hips go left again. So 2 little different angles here for the outer hip. You're always welcome to add a little movement. Just a little micro movement sometimes can help. We'll come back to center. Now, we're going to send hips to the right. So for this one, feet just stay where they are. And we come on back. Right foot steps in, left foot steps over. Hips go right again. And we're going to come on back. Now we're going to start to pedal through the feet. So pick up one heel, and then you're going to start to switch feet. So now that heel comes down as the other comes up. If doing them together doesn't work for you, just do one foot at a time. Bringing some life into the feet. Just one more for each side. Then we're going to come back to center. Extend the right heel in front of you. And now start to sit back. So we're looking for a stretch to the back of the right leg. And we'll come on up. Bring that leg back in. Now left heel extends in front of you. Sit back. If you're in the chair, it might feel more like fold forward than sit back, but you're finding your own version. Now we're going to stand up. And we're going to take the legs wide here. So we're going to let the toes turn out just a little bit to each side. We're just going to shift from side to side, finding a little opening through the inner thigh. We're going to come back to center, turn the toes to face forward, forward fold. So inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale, fold forward. Hands can be on the legs, or they could come to the ground. We're going to press through the feet. Come on up. We've done inner thigh, outer hip. We've done back of the leg. We're just going to do a little front of the leg. So I'm going to turn to the side. We're just going to step one foot back just a little bit. Calling this a lunge is even a bit of an over-exaggeration. We're just letting that back thigh move back a little bit, bring some opening to the front body. If you wanted to, you could bring up the same side arm, come into a small back bend. And we'll come back to center, switch sides. Really focused on that front of the hip, front of the thigh, getting a little space. And we'll come on back to center. Checking in, asking your body if there's anything else your body might want. Mine wanted a little swing. Maybe yours wants some stillness. You could trill through the lips. So hopefully this has been a bit of a reset for you. We're going to bring hands together in front of the heart. We'll take them up to the forehead. May I think of myself with kindness. To the eyes, may I see myself with compassion. To the mouth, may I speak to myself with love. And to the heart, to seal it in, we'll inhale and exhale. May I stay off my phone a little bit longer. Thank you for practicing with me.